Hello everyone, welcome to the playlist of Basic Electrical Engineering. In the last session, I have discussed about Kirchhoff current law and Kirchhoff voltage law, and in detail theoretical explanation has been given in the last session. So please go through the previous video, which is available in both I button as well as in the description box. In this session, I'll be discussing about how to solve some numerical examples by using KCL and KVL. So before solving the numerical example, you need to know what is Crammer's rule. For example, two equations and two variables, and also three equations and three variables. If there are three loops, then there must be three equations. On the opposite side, if I'm having two loops, definitely I should have two equations and two variables. At that time, how to solve that particular equation? There are different methods, trial and error method, then Crammer's rule. Many more methods are available, but I feel Crammer's rules are most convenient. Let's understand what do you mean by Crammer's rule. Anyway, let us discuss about the Crammer's rule, and I would like to give some idea how to solve three equations and three variable for three loop system, and also two equations and two variable for two loop system. So we can use Crammer's rule. That's my opinion. So if you are comfortable with any other methods, you can go ahead with that. But as far as the easiness concerned, I'll be using Crammer's rule. It mainly helps to solve numerical examples related to KVL. For example, three equations, three variable, and two equations, two variable. Likewise. So method of solving linear equation. So that is regarding Crammer's rule. So let us see how to make out this. So we have three equations and three variable. So equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. So x, y, and z, these are the three variables. Here a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3 all are constant. Here also d1, d2, d3, and that is also constant. Now what you are going to do is, you are going to represent these three equations in the matrix form. So I'm going to show you that we have three variables x, y, z. There are three number of variables and there are three equations. Now we need to represent those three equations in the form of matrix. So I'm going to convert these equations in the form of matrix. First of all, I would like to write all the constant. These are all the constants. Okay. And next I want to write the variable. This is your variable. So one column matrix. And this will be the constant again. That means d1, d2, d3. This is also a constant corresponding to those equations. First, you have to represent in a matrix form. Later, what you are supposed to do is you have to calculate the determinant. So this is known as delta. Determinant of the first matrix which I have shown, that is delta. I will be showing you. Delta I have to calculate determinant. So A1, so same thing you have to write. You have to calculate the determinant. You know how to calculate the determinant, right? A1 into B2 C2, B2 C2, then B3 C3 minus B1, then A2 C2, A2 C2, A3 C3, A3 C3 plus take care of the polarity C1 A2 B2 A2 B2 then A3 B3 A3 B3. Now again you can able to solve A1 into this must be B2 C3 B2 C3 minus C2 B3 minus B1 into A2 C3 minus C2 A3 plus C1 into A2 B3 minus B2 A3. you can elaborate in this fashion. So you'll be getting determinant. It is denoted by the letter delta. Now I wanted to calculate delta 1. How to calculate delta 1? So I'll be showing you how to make out delta 1 and how to solve this. See, delta 1 or delta A. So delta A is given by, so what you're supposed to do is, so you are going to replace the first column of delta with D1, D2, D3, which is available at the RHS side. So same thing I'll be using this. So I'm going to replace these A1, A2, A3 with the D1, D2, D3. So remaining no change. B1, C1, B2, C2, B3, C3, no changes. Now I'm going to calculate delta A. Okay. So that is over. Same formula you can use. Later I'll be using delta B. What is delta B? So the same thing. D1, D2, D3, that will be fitting in spite of B1, B2, B3. See, in spite of B1, B2, B3, what I'm going to do? I'll be using D1, D2, D3. Okay. So that I'll be showing you. Yes. So this is delta B. Okay. So second column should be replaced with D1, D2, D3. Likewise, I can able to calculate delta C. How to calculate delta C? That means the third column will be replaced with D1, D2, D3. So D1, D2, D3 will be coming over here. Okay. So this portion will be over. Next, how to solve? We have the formula to calculate X. How to calculate X? There is a formula. Please do remember. X is given by delta A by delta. Anyway, delta you have to calculate. Even delta A also should be computed. Afterwards, you are supposed to calculate Y. Y means delta B divided by delta. And Z is equal to delta C by C. Then I'll be getting Z. Okay, X, Y, Z. These are the three variables. This will be the solution. Okay. So this is regarding three equations and three variable. And this is most appropriate for three loop system. If you are talking about three loop system. Okay. And also you can able to calculate for two loop system also. For example, A1X plus B1Y equal to C1, A2X plus B2Y that is equal to C2. So at that time you can able to, what you will be writing is delta, you have to calculate delta. So before that you have to write everything in a matrix form. So how we can able to write in matrix form? Very simple. First you write the constant A1, B1, then A2, B2. Okay. This will be the variables X and Y that you can make it as a column matrix. Then C1 and C2. C1 and C2. Clear? Now you have to calculate delta. Delta is nothing but A1, B1, A2, B2. This must be your delta. Later you have to calculate delta 1. How to calculate delta 1? So C1 and C2 will be replaced with A1 and A2. So C1, C2, C1, C2, B1, B2. B1, B2. So I'll be getting delta 1. Then how to calculate delta 2? Very simple. What you will do is A1, A2, you keep as it is. A1, A2. Now you'll be replacing B1, B2 with C1, C2. C1, C2. Then I am going to get delta 2. Now use the formula. I'll be writing here solution. Solution. X equal to, X is nothing but delta 1 by delta. Delta 1 by delta. Y is equal to delta 2 by delta. Therefore, I can able to calculate the value of X and Y. So this is the solution for two equations and two variable which you can utilize for two loop systems. Okay. So this is the way how to use Crammer's rule where the problems are related to KVL and KCL, and you can solve any type of problems There are different methods, but I feel this method is most appropriate and systematic. And directly you can use in calci also. That's also possible. But some cases calci will not be allowed. At that time, you can go ahead with Crammer's rule. Okay, some competitive examination, it is not permitted. At that time, you can go ahead with the Crammer's rule. And in the coming session, I'm going to discuss about some typical numerical examples related to KVL and KCL. Anyway, stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video.